What's going on, everyone? Today's episode, we're taking an inside look to Sekhmet Overdrive from TDSFX. What's going on, everyone? Today's episode, we're taking a look at the inside of the TDSFX Sekhmet Overdrive. Now, this is a really cool pedal. It's kind of different. It's not your standard kind of like tube screamer, style boost drive or overdrive. This has a dual potentiometer for your volume, so don't run this like a standard, tube screamer. Don't run your gain all the way down and your volume all the way up. The pedal is not really designed for that. What you want to do, all right, run your volume between 10 and 2 o'clock in that kind of general window. And you want to run your gain at least at 9 o'clock. Run it about 9 o'clock to maybe 11 o'clock. And that's what it's going to do is the volume pot being a dual potentiometer is it's going to blend in more of that gain circuit. So you're still going to get your clean pick attack and your clean, presence that you hear as you're playing, but you're not really doing it any justice by just running the gain down. I can promise you that. So just a side note for all you guys who have one or curious about it, you definitely want to run these two knobs together. They run very nicely. They play very well. I've actually found that 11 o'clock on the volume and kind of that 10 o'clock on the gain is kind of the sweet spot for me. But so active high pass, low pass, or active EQ. So your low and high in the neutral or in the noon position is going to be neutral. So counterclockwise, you'll cut. Clockwise, you'll boost. So that's how those work. But anyways, today's focus, I want to talk about the potentiometer that's on the inside, the little knob. So it's more of a kind of like a mid shift, I guess you would say. So if you go counterclockwise with it, you're going to kind of make your low mids a little more present, a little more noticeable. Whereas if you go clockwise, you're going to boost a little more of the high mids. It's not really a mid shift and you're not really boosting the signal. It's just kind of adjusting where they sit in the mix or in the blend, I guess you could say. Kind of think of like a tube screamer, tone pot, Baxendall or whatever they call it. Same kind of concept. So, when you dial that down, getting a little more of that low mid kind of grunt. Same kind of concept here. So I wanted to showcase that a little bit. I don't think anybody else has really talked about it. So today's gear, we're going to be using my Chapman ML1 Modern. We got the old school DiMarzio deactivators. We're going to use my, wherever it's at, my Super Kraken. We're going to use that just to kind of showcase how it sounds. So yeah, let me get it hooked up and we'll get right into it. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and dive into it. So we're on the Crunch channel. We're going to show you a little bit how it sounds. We're going to dial it as a typical tube screamer. So we're going to turn the volume all the way up, the gain all the way down. I have my EQ kind of where I like to sit it. So let's go ahead and see how it sounds. So as you can see right there, it does compress the sound a little bit. It becomes a little too boxy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll the volume to about noon, and we're going to push the gain to about 10 o'clock, give or take. Let's see how it does on the Crunch channel again. Yeah, it opens it up. It sounds more natural. It's not as compressed sounding. So let's go ahead and switch over to the high gain channel and see how well it does. We'll do the same thing just for fun. Yeah, it just blows the circuit out. There's a lot of boost in this pedal, and I don't like the way it sounds with it just the gain. Gain down with volume up. There's just too much going on. Yeah, it just sounds so much better. Add some of that gain into it and then use that volume knob to blend that taste. It just sounds really good. All right, so on to the actual mid shift. So on the inside, we're going to leave all that the same, hopefully. I don't change anything as we're flipping it over. You guys see that okay? All right. So again, counterclockwise, we're going to shift the low mid. So let's see how that sounds. Again, all the pedals are going to come with it in the noon position. So we're going to go all the way counterclockwise. Let's go ahead and go all the way to the extreme. Yeah, that sounds really good to me. I like it where it's just a little bit past the noon position. Adds a little extra top end to it. You get a little bit nice attack. It just, to me, it sounds more balanced. Flip all this over. Get it out of the way. You guys see that all right? Yep. All right, cool. All right, you guys, that is going to do it for today's episode. I just kind of wanted to showcase Sean's pedal again. Him and Park did a great job with it. I know Shay over at This Heavy Earth helped with the design of the PCB or, the layout circuit, whatever. I don't know. But it's a great pedal, man. I use this a lot with my Victory Super Kraken and my Rivera. If I can point to, well, you guys can see it. It's right over there. I use it a lot with that one. It sounds phenomenal with both of those amps, and I really enjoy it. So anyways, that is the Sekhmet Overdrive from TDSFX. I'll put a link to where you guys can pick one up at. I think they're still on Reverb and the website. But yeah, link in the description. Tell me in the comments what you thought. See y'all in the next one.